At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Our first coach's interview with head coach Matthew Drinkall, first-year head coach at Central Michigan, taking over a program that finished 4-8 last year. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are here at Ford Field, 2025 MAC Media Day. I'm here with head coach for Central Michigan, Matthew Drinkall. Coach, welcome. It's we've interacted a little bit online, swapped some DMs, disagreed on video games, but here we are.
Just hanging out, man. Thank you for having me. This is great.
I love it. I appreciate you taking time. So I saw you're an Iowa guy.
Yes, sir.
What part of Iowa?
Bettendorf, Iowa, right, the eastern side, right at the bottom of the little nose-looking thing,
Okay.
right on the river.
Okay. How many times have you been up to Dyersville?
Several.
Okay.
Several. That's a big stop, especially when you're a little kid.
Yes.
So that's a big deal for sure.
I'm a big Cincinnati Reds fan. My dad and I went out a couple years ago for the Cubs-Reds at the Field of Dreams.
Oh, I bet that was awesome. I bet that was
Unreal
a cool deal.
experience. You know, it's one of those. You see Ken Griffey, senior and junior, come out of the corn, and junior's like, "Hey, Dad, would you like to have a catch?" And so all the dads and sons in the stand are just bawling their eyes out at that point.
For sure.
Myself included. But it was a great time. I got to have a catch with my dad on the movie field.
That's a neat
really
deal.
cool moment.
I should do that with my dad while he's
Yes.
still alive. He's 78. I should take him up there and do that, but
Absolutely.
I got to get him in the car and he'll yell at me the whole time for getting him out of the house. But
just a pro tip for you: don't have both of you try to film it because one of you will drop the ball.
That's a good point.
And it's a really embarrassing moment when you're the one dropping the ball. Won't name any names, but no. So yeah, Iowa guy. So moving from West Point now to Michigan, how's that transition been for you?
Unbelievable. I mean, again, I say this with all due respect to every other school in the conference, but what is clear to me is that we have the best resource in the whole conference, which is our people. Central Michigan's alumni base, the Mount Pleasant, and the people that go there are the nicest, most engaged, passionate base of people and they're just good people.
Yeah.
So like I said, I grew up in Iowa, and when I took the job at Central Michigan, I'd never been to Mount Pleasant in my life. So when my wife and I pulled into town, it was just like, oh my God, this feels exactly like where I'm from, and it feels like home, and the transition could not be easier for us or the whole staff, to be honest with you.
And I think that's what's special about this league. Central Michigan, Mount Pleasant is a great area, but I think you're going to find that with a lot of the program in this league. They make it easy. They make you feel, I'm home.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's special.
It is, and it's surreal being here because I grew up on MACtion and MAC football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my whole life I've been watching this. I watched MAC as much as I did, or maybe more in the Big Ten. So like sitting here, being here, I'm like, hey, I wonder what all the coaches are doing here. You got to pinch yourself. You're like, oh, I'm one of them. Holy cow!
You're one of those 13.
It's awesome. The whole league and all the other head coaches are so nice. Mike Urimovich, the new head coach at Ball State, he's one of my best friends on the whole planet. So everybody's been great.
He had good things to say about you too. So just so there's no confusion.
Because we don't play each other this year. He'll be dragging my name through the mud in the year real quick.
We'll revisit that one next year. But let's kind of go all the way back to Kansas Wesleyan. You turned around an NAI program that struggled. Let's just be very candid about it. Then you kind of move through the ranks. You get to Army. Last year, you guys have one of the best seasons you've had in a long time. 12-2. Real close, I think, to the college football playoff berth, kind of given everything. What disciplines are you bringing from those stops to Mount Pleasant to revitalize a program that was, frankly, undisciplined?
There's a lot you can take away. My time at West Point, like it was really neat because if you think about how West Point operates as an entity, there's really like three kings inside of West Point. It's the United States military, which is our Army, as good of academics as you can get anywhere on the planet Earth, and then one of the most storied, successful football programs with, in my opinion, arguably the best head coach in college football. So you get a chance to watch these three organizations run independently and then work together. So there's a lot of and they're from everywhere. So that's the cool part about West Point is people come from everywhere in the country and earth. So there are a ton of those things that you can take over. And then when we got to Central, we have 25 seniors, and Coach McElvain and his staff did such a great job of like bringing in good kids and developing them. I don't know, a set of circumstances or whatever where they didn't have enough on-field success and whatever this past year. But I am telling you, part of the reason our transition has been so good is because our kids have been – I can't stress to you how much I love our kids. They have come in here. They've been professional. Mm-hmm. They've been unbelievable communicators, tough. They've done everything that we've asked. We just finished with the highest GPA in football history in the first semester. I mean, these dudes are starved to do this stuff and be competitive. So that they have been great. All that's fantastic, but the teams we play will have good players who have a plan for that too. So once we get hit in the mouth with a baseball bat, we'll see how we're doing then.
That's and I think that's interesting. You guys have a tough gauntlet right to start. 3 straight road games. Talk about the kind of instilling that road dog mentality to start the year.
Well, we talked about that when I first got there. Like Central Michigan and Mount Pleasant itself, like, I'm just going to be honest with you. There's a lot of talent. Like, we're not going to be for everybody the way we do stuff. Like, if you're looking to go and play somewhere for a year or two and then transfer out and screw around in college and not be serious, dude, you ain't got any place around our program. That's not how we're doing business. So our kids, we've instilled that from the first day that we got there. Like, hey, we're going to be different than – we're going to do things that other people are unwilling to do.
Right.
So that part of it's been really, really good and really encouraging with our guys. And – like I said, we did culturally, how we kind of got around this was we started when I got hired. We really went through the whole first of spring with a cultural install. It was really not very much football. It was like, hey, here's 3 plays, dude. We're going to run these so you can't do them wrong. Right. And it was all everything else. And then once that got done, we really switched over to everything. Then we started the football install. But it was all habits and behaviors because we knew exactly like you said, like the start of this is very difficult. So we've never, as good of players as we have coming back and coach, we've never operated together. So in fall camp, we have to we're going off-site to scrimmage so we can go through the night before meetings, travel process, game day operations. So that way when we travel to San Jose State, to Pitt, to Michigan to start, that's not all the first time we're all doing all those things. So we really, the other thing I didn't notice even when the schedule came out, but basically between now and Halloween, we play 1 FBS home game.
Yeah.
That's it. Between now and October 25th, I think it is. So that's awesome. So I told our team, we can, if we do it right, we can position ourselves at, hey, right in the middle, in the meat of league play, when everybody else is starting to look at the portal and classes might not be going so great and maybe I'm injured. Mm-hmm. Now you got to start coming up to us in the 20-degree weather and the cold and the dark that we better be built for. Yeah. So that's a big part of our strategic initiative, I guess, going forward.
Well, and it's so interesting. You kind of talked about establishing that culture and giving the team something to really build off of. But it's not just with the team, right? You have to establish a culture with the fans. You have to get the fans to buy into what you're doing.
Very much. Without going into too much detail, there are 6 areas that I view that you have to have for a healthy program. So obviously, you have your relationship with the players, obviously, and that's kind of its own thing. But there are the 6 consumers of your product, as far as I can see it. So it's all anything tied to recruiting. So high school recruits, those coaches, those parents, your fan base, your campus, which is faculty, staff members, employees, things like that. The community in Mount Pleasant, your donor base. Yeah. Your product is being consumed by those people all of the time, and it is. And Central has had such a long storied history and tradition. I kind of almost am running around I'm trying to be like a shepherd and fast forward, I guess, is what I'm trying to do, is run around and just remind. When I first meet people, I don't want to say, hey, I need something from you. I need money to go get I don't want to do any of that. I just want to remind everybody, dude, you remember when you came to Central Michigan, how awesome it was? Let's get some of that going. Let's get everybody coming back to games and dialing in and checking the kids' social media and being engaged and feel like you're part of it, because we want everybody back as a part of it.
I love that. I did want to ask you about Joe Labus. Assuming he's the starter, no committed answer here. But kind of what are the expectations for him being kind of a leader on this offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, so Joe, obviously, true professional. I mean, he's everything you could ever want. He's as low maintenance as you get. And the other thing about him that's been great is that I think here's a quick story about Joe that tells you a lot about who he really is. Okay, when we got here, he had a bad injury that ended his season last year and had to have major surgery.
Right.
So when we got here, he was still on the mend and was going to kind of be out for a while. And we signed 2 pretty good quarterbacks at midyear to come in. And Joe didn't say a word about it. He could have jumped in the portal 2 different times, run from it. Didn't do any of that. Was unbelievable, and has done as good of a job, if not the best job, on the whole team of like just crushing it in the weight room. He is bigger, stronger now than he's ever been, more confident, and he has done. He handles his business so professionally that when he doesn't talk all the time, but when he talks, the kids listen, and he's been beyond valuable for us.
I love that. Let's just do some rapid fire.
Okay.
Let the fans get to know you a little
Sure.
bit. Stadium you're looking most forward to coaching, not Kelly Shorts.
I mean, Michigan for sure.
Okay.
that one's
fair.
That one's cool. I've been there, but I mean, at San Jose. San Jose is going to be the first one. The stadium. Yeah, I mean, it's going to have to be Michigan. I mean,
it's the big house.
It's the storied piece of college football.
Favorite video game?
Okay, this is a loaded question.
Oh, man, I knew that was coming.
You're going to have to ask me again in 18 months when GTA 6 comes out, because I think that will be the best video game that's ever been made.
Okay.
Until then, it is for sure Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay.
So I am pro Rockstar Games. Like Red Dead Redemption 2, if you haven't played it, get it
great.
immediately.
It's
Holy
great.
cow.
You heard that, Rockstar. You've got a strong advocate here. The favorite sports movie?
Oh, man, sports movie. I am very, very partial to Major League. Very, very. I don't know why. I watch that almost every summer religiously a bunch of times. I know almost every word to it, and I never played baseball, but man, I love that movie. Probably Major League.
That's a great movie. And then, do you have a favorite food joint in Mount Pleasant yet?
Oh, Doozy's ice cream by a mile, not even close. Like I'm going to have serious long-term health ramifications from their chocolate shakes. So I crush it there. But that's the other part, man. Good Midwest eating. Holy cow, I love it.
I can tell you fans are not going to run you out of Mount Pleasant for that answer, so you're safe. Coach, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys take the field this year. Matthew Drinkall, the head coach of the Central Michigan Chippewas in year 1 in Mount Pleasant. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.